Hello and welcome. My name is Diana and this is MetCon. This is our second time through our 6-week progression. And so this is our third class, and the style of the class is going to be moderate contractions with a moderate tempo. Potentially you've joined me already thus far, and so you kind of know the drill, but we're going to get started with some dynamic movements and stretches in order to warm up the body. We're going to do 2 sets of different Metcons in the middle, and then at the end today, we're going to finish up with a cool down, which will also prepare your body to come back down from those heightened states of activity and come all the way back to being cool and calm. So today we're going to move through our warm-up of about 4 to 5 exercises. We'll move into those Metcons, and then we'll finish up with the cool down. And our supplies list is up somewhat short today. We're going to need our mat beneath us. We want our high attachment set up with our medium resistance band looped through that with the handles on. In addition to that, we're going to want our kettlebell or a singular dumbbell that can be used as a kettlebell would. For me, that's going to be my 15-pound dumbbell. For you, that might be something 20 pounds, it might be 10 pounds, somewhere in a range that feels medium or moderate to you, okay? In addition to those supplies, which is a band, high attachment, our mat, and our kettlebell or singular dumbbell, we are going to want to have our water close by in case we need a quick sip. I'm going to move you through the exercises today. I'm going to give you a couple of suggestions for either intensifying or decreasing the intensity of some of the exercises, as there is always some variability in how it is that we're coming into the workout. And I want you to remember that the intensity of Metcon is high. And the idea behind it is that because it is short, we can sustain those intensities and know that that cool down and that rest is coming soon after. So today we're going to get started with our feet separated about shoulder distance apart, put a soft bend in the knees, and we're going to swim our shoulders for 10 shoulder circles on each side. There's 2. Here's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then double shoulder circles, both arms working in unison. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Come down to your mat. We're going to take an all fours position. Square your shoulders over your palms, square your hips over your knees, and we're going to take cat-cow, which is a spinal extension and contraction. Go ahead and move through about 5 or so of those. We're lifting the chin, and then we're tucking the chin. And see if you can think of your spine as being a C shape from one way, and then bringing the C into the spine the other way. Here's 3, 4, and 5. Excellent work there. I hope that felt really good. From here, we're going to maintain that all fours position, and we're going to wake up our core with a bird dog. I'm going to have you take your right leg back, press your heel away, take your left arm forward and hold. Lift your belly button center. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set those limbs down. Opposite limbs. Press that left foot back, heel pressing. Lift that right arm forward, thumb up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll take one more on each side. Right leg, left arm, extend. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set that side down. Second side, press and lengthen and lift the belly button center. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. From this all fours position, we're going to step our right foot forward. And then we're gonna melt our hips forward into a low runner's lunge. You can play around with the spacing between your right and your left feet. And if it would feel good, you can bring a bit of movement in here. We're stretching out our hip flexor on that left side and our hamstring on our right side. Take a breath in. Soften into that stretch a little bit more on your exhale. And then we're going to extend that right leg out and we're pulling that right hip back. We're going to hinge over that right leg to stretch out the hamstring. And take a couple deep breaths right here. And then either stay in it or move 3 times forward into the low lunge and pull the hip back into the hamstring stretch. That's 1 and 2 and 3. Excellent. Press forward again. Let's go ahead and return that right knee by the left knee. Bring that left foot forward. And we're going to slide into that low runner's lunge now on the left side. Take a few deep breaths here as you soften your hips forward. And then we'll go ahead and press that left hip back, straightening out the left leg and hold in that hamstring fold, bringing your nose down towards your knee. And then if you'd like, you can stay there or move dynamically forward and back with me. That's 1 and 2 and 3. All right, let's go ahead and press forward and up. I'm going to run you through our first MetCon. Our first MetCon is going to be completed for 7 minutes. With this MetCon, we're going to do 10 repetitions of each exercise, all right? I want you to feel like you can go at your own pace. If you fall behind or accelerate ahead of me, just keep going, because as you know, we're looking to just complete that full 7 minutes of these movements. Our first exercise, there's a couple variations for. We've got a reverse lunge to knee driver, which could also have a jump. So we're going to take one leg back, we're going to drop into a lunge, and then we're going to come up to the top and we can just take our knee driver and then drop back into our lunge, or we can put a hop at the top through that other sole of the foot, driving our knee up towards our chest, okay? We're going to take 10 of those on each side. Once again, a reminder that if the hop isn't for you, go ahead and take that out. Number 2, we're going to use that medium kettlebell or dumbbell for some kettlebell swings. If you're using a dumbbell, you're going to just interlace your fingers under the top end. We'll take our feet shoulder distance apart, toes slightly turned out. And just a reminder that a kettlebell swing is a hip hinge. So we're hinging at the hip like a door opening and closing, and we're keeping our back perfectly flat. Additionally, we're using that hip contraction to drive the weight forward, and by no means are we lifting and using muscular force in the shoulders. Our arms are just part of the pendulum of that hip contraction, okay? So that's gonna be our 10 kettlebell swings. And from there, we're gonna drop down into high plank, and we're gonna take 10 alternated shoulder taps. If it's too much for you to alternate sides, then I'm gonna have you try to keep the hips square to the floor, take 5 taps on one side, keep the hips square to the floor, and take that second 5 taps on the other side, and we'll move through those 3 exercises again. Once again, 10 repetitions of each of those exercises, and we're going to go through them for 7 minutes. Go ahead and make your way up to the top of your space, starting with our reverse lunge with the knee driver. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Back and up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Second side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and grab your kettlebell or dumbbell. Feet shoulder distance, toes slightly out. Hinge. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Return that to the ground and drop into high plank. Feet wide, glutes tight. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Make your way up. Back into the lunge. You could switch which leg you're leading with. 3. Here's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Second side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great job. Grab that weight. And here we go. Hinge and pop. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set that weight down. We're back to our high plank. Square the hips, tighten the glutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Come on up. And here we go. Knee driver. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Second side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great work. Grab our kettlebell and pop. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Take that down. High plank. Square the hips. Tighten the glutes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gorgeous, friends. Come on up. All right, I'm working the non-jump knee driver this time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Second side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gorgeous. We're back to our swings. Hold the end. Top. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Safely set that down. All right, high plank. And we're moving into our last 2 minutes of this MetCon. You're doing great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great work, friends. We're up. I'm putting that jump back in. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Second side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Amazing work. Friends, that wraps up our full first set of our MetCon. Grab a quick sip of water, and I'm going to run you through what's coming up next. Let's go ahead and set that kettlebell or dumbbell back to your rack all the way out of the way. We're not going to need it now. All right, in MetCon 2, we're going to move into a timed circuit. So 30 seconds at each exercise, just like earlier. Got a couple of different variations for you today. Our first exercise is our burpee, and that can be done in a variety of ways. I'm going to show you our full burpee first. All right, we've got these jumping transitions with that full push-up. We also have many versions of that. Our step back burpee, our knees down, or step in. Maybe we skip the push-up altogether, right? Maybe we skip the push-up and do the jumping in and out. Once again, this is timed, so 30 seconds. You do whatever you need. You can even change one variation to another from set to set, okay? Number 2, our high attachment. We're gonna grab our medium resistance band. We're gonna step back and we're gonna find almost like a water skier partial squat through the legs. And then we're gonna keep the hips stable, but rotate right through the torso to perform an alternated mid-row, all right? Number 2, not a whole lot of variation there. Our last exercise is our hand release push-ups. So maybe you've skipped the push-ups in the burpee. You're gonna get them in there now. We're gonna come down, release the hands, and then we're gonna press up to the top, okay? Maybe you're gonna take that from the knees, release the hands, and press up, okay? A couple of variations there. I hope something stands out and makes a lot of sense to you. Let's go ahead and get started with our burpees here. 20 seconds to begin. Go ahead and grab another sip of water if you need it. 7 minutes, 3 exercises, 30 seconds each. Come up to the top of your space. Here we go with our burpee. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Grab that resistance band, take it back, partial squat, alternate. Torso tall. Four, 3, 2, 1. Full release, hand release push-ups. Take these as slow or as fast as you need them. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Back to our burpee. Whatever variation you need, reach. Maybe it's step. Three, 2, 1. Back to our row. Drop into those legs. Four, 3, 2, 1. We've got our hand release push-ups. Come on down. Toes or knees. Great work, friends. 5, 4, 3, 2, release. All right, we've got our burpees again. Your variation. Three, 2, 1. We're back to our pose. Step it back. Drop into those legs. Three, 2, 1. Push-ups. Last one. Beautiful. We're back into burpees, your version. Three, 2, 1. Back to our rows. This is our 2-minute warning. We've got 2 minutes to go. 3, 2, 1. We've got push-ups. Home stretch, friends. You're doing great. Three, 2, 1. Burpees, final minute. Good. 3, 2, 1. Our last piece of our MetCon is our rows. Step it back, drop into the legs. 30 more seconds right here. You're doing awesome. Four, 3, 2, 1. Release. Grab yourself a quick sip of water. We've got our cool down. We're going to take just 3 minutes to wrap this up. Go ahead and reach up overhead. Take a side bend. Reach again. Second side. Again. First side. Second side. Good. 2 more. Last one. Beautiful. Hands to your hips. Step your feet wider. Hip circles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other way. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step the feet even wider. Turn your toes in. Hands to your hips. Hinge at the hips. Fold down. Hopefully you feel that stretch. Hamstrings, low back, but the outside of the calves as well. Here's a great place to move your head and neck around with some yeses and some nos. And then slowly curl all the way back up to stand. Let's toe heel the feet back in and finish up today. Chest opener, rhomboid stretch, opener, rhomboid stretch. We got a lot of chest and upper back, core, hips, legs. We got everything today. I hope it felt really good for you and have that feeling of gladness that it's over. It's so great to be moving with you today. I hope you go forward and have a great day and a great week. Like always, if any questions have come up through this movement, you can send me an email, diana@bridgefitnesstraining.com, and I will see you hopefully next week for our next MetCon, and have yourself a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.